Hello. Oh, Lord. I look so pale. I'm so pale, y'all. All right. Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo, where I'm weird and we all tend to get a little woo woo. Um, okay. So I just dropped something. Um, I told y'all there have been weird things going on with YouTube. I come to realize, I guess, a live that I did last week, it only saved like 20 minutes of it. I don't know how that works. I didn't edit it. And y'all know that especially if I'm live, that I go longer and it just, and I got informed of it. And I tell you, the tube be acting a donkey sometimes. It's acting a donkey. So, alrighty. This is the weekly check-in. Okay. So we're going to tap in and see if there's any energies or any messages that need to come your way. It's like, there's a little bug with wings. I don't know what it is. I think it's caught between the panes. Anyways, it caught my attention. Anywho, okay. So yeah, this is where we go. Look, when I don't put stuff on. But hey, I showed up. Aren't you proud of me? All right. So let's go ahead and dig in. Friendly reminder, you are a sovereign being of your life. You get to determine if, how, when, where, why any of these messages might apply. So whatever you do, don't Cinderella shit to make it fit. Okay? Fantastic. All righty. We will figure out what the hell is going on with this shit, though. I will tell you that. In fact, let me see if this does anything. Sorry, guys. I'll go back. Okay. I feel like it's all. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and get started. I had no intentions. I meant to like put it together and I picked it up. So alrighty. You would think, given the beauty of the days that we have had, that I would have garnered some sense of a tan. I have not. Okay? I have not. At all. And now we are embarking on fall. Yay! So that's why it always looks so bright. And this is a little bit weird. Like, this is weird. Let's see. I don't know why I just rolled my eyes. Union and power, guys. Wisdom. Seriously. Resourcefulness, death, and rebirth. I'm putting this back. I'm putting it back. I feel like being sassy, demanding, contrary. That's what I feel like today. I feel like, no. Like, instead of just taking whatever comes, I feel like, no. I feel like having an attitude. Because there's also this feeling of like let's not repeat something that we've already expressed. Okay? So it feels like I don't want to focus on what's already been. I don't want to be stuck in the pattern of repeat. Like, there's something about not focusing on the past. Like, don't bring up the past kind of thing. Like, we're moving forward. So don't revisit it. Because that was revisiting some of our old readings. The Genesis, the beginning. Okay, we're going to go there. Start. Skill. Okay. Let's get for real there. Completeness. One more. We're going to have at least Thank you. Alchemical force. Like no darkness, no devastation, no resentment. Okay. I'm like, what? Because, okay. Hmm. I don't know why everything that comes out feels as if been there, done that, already touched on that, don't want to do it again. Like something about the energy feels reminisce of something that's already occurred. Like I don't want to repeat history. Why does this feel familiar? There's something familiar about this. This feels like a deja vu. Been here before. Done that before. But we have like the genesis and the completeness of something. There's been some kind of like development or development, uh improvement of some type of skill. Because I feel like you start like something, there's something about the beginning and like reaching a goal. It's like fucking school, y'all. You start out and you cultivate a skill, and at some point you reach a level of having learned or improved as much as you can a skill, and then of course we have alchemical force. Like something about having begun working on developing and perfecting a skill and getting to a place of you've gotten as far as you can, and now you're supposed to employ it, use it, and it will act as an alchemical force either in your life or somebody else's. Let's clarify that. New era elements. There's this energy, and I got to call it out. There's something here of I'm gonna try to explain it, and I hope that it makes sense for whatever your circumstance is. I don't want to call it like not imposter syndrome, but maybe something similar. Okay, meaning I get this sense or feeling of I am not where others would want me to be this thing for somebody, right? Like there's this sense of um not being at a certain level, like not having completed something, not being, I don't know, I can't think of a different word other than level. Like I'm not, okay, let's put this in the realm of like dating, okay? Because I don't know how to articulate this, so I'm going to try to give a parallel. You know, when there's like a person where your friend is like, oh my God, they're perfect. You should go after them, blah, 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 blah. But you feel like they are out of your league. Or even if you know you as a person, they're definitely not out of your league. You might be on par, but there's something about them that you would not reach their expectation. There we go. Like I wouldn't fulfill the thing that they desire or that they want or that they seek, right? It's gonna be true about the skill. Like it's kind of like giving like because I get this, I keep hearing prove it. Like somebody saying, like, you know, when people are like, "Oh, yeah, but so and so likes women that are like likes somebody that's like this, and you fit the bill," and it's like, well, you know, I guess if I do, then the universe will prove it. You know what I mean? Like they'll pursue me, they'll whatever it is. There's a perception that you hold that you are not what something someone is seeking, desiring, that you are not it. It is not a sense of I'm not capable, I'm not worthy. It has nothing to do with self worth. You're just convinced that you are not what a circumstance, situation, a collective, a job, a person, like you're not, you don't believe you are what they would desire, that you are not what they are seeking. Okay. And that you wouldn't fit the bill. I don't know how you've come to this conclusion. I don't know why you've come to this conclusion. Um, but you believe it. And so the only way, in all honesty, for someone to for you to be convinced otherwise is if it actually some like they actually chose you, picked you, pursued you, offered you, you know what I mean? Like in your head, you're whatever. So to me, this as this alchemical force isn't so much. See, they want to correct me because there's this feeling as whatever this skill is, like you were in this, you went through a phase, you went through something where there was a beginning and an end. That's where the completeness is. But the reason why I think it's not an end, I don't use the word end, is because you have fulfilled something. It's not like a deadline or an ending to something. You have just reached the fulfillment of something, which is a bit different. I feel as if whatever you cultivated, whatever skill you cultivated in this, whether it's interpersonal skills within relationships, whether it is something meant for like on a romantic level or something within a career, um, whatever skill you've used will be or you've cultivated will change something is what's bringing the fact that you've completed this is bringing some kind of change. It is the change agent. But also, because at first I wanted to be like, oh, it's not what you've done that's going to change the situation. It's just now that you've fulfilled something, of a force is going to come in. But I feel like this is dual. So it's as if it's like it required both. Like there's two keys. You know, like when you're on you see those sci-fi movies, and it's like to launch something, two people with two separate keys have to kind of thing, and that's how it happens. It's like that. Like both things have to happen. Like there is this need for you to fulfill something, for you to reach um, a level of cultivation in regards to something, and an external force needed to come in and change. So it's like there's some kind of force that's going to create change as a result. But aside from that, you're not convinced right now. You're not convinced that anything that you've done over the course of this is going to make a hill of beans a difference. Nor are you convinced that something else that you have reached some level of being that which something or someone desires. Again, has nothing to do has nothing to do with what you think of yourself. Hell yeah, I'm good at what so and so. Hell yeah, I'm ready for this. But that doesn't mean that I am what they are seeking. Like somehow you think that this situation is not in alignment. They keep saying not magnetized towards each other. And I'm like, okay. Hello. Oh, just so you're all aware, this is a general read. This is the weekly check-in, okay, guys? Interference. Eight of Swords. I told you. You don't think You have some self-limiting belief of something. It's not like a self-deprecating, okay? It's not I lack self-respect or confidence or whatever it is. Um, you don't have low self-esteem. You just don't think that you are what something else is wanting. You're convinced of that. And that kind of like holds you back a bit. And I just keep hearing prove it. Like 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 either somebody or something or your spirit team is trying to say you are absolutely this is perfect, this is perfect. And it's like you are so convinced you're like prove it. Because that's the only way you're gonna change my mind. 3 cups. Give me just a second. Okay, so you are holding yourself back. I think that this has something to do with it's like uh, um, you're holding back from I want to say interacting, like overall abundance, period. But interacting or socializing or connecting, this 3 of cups, with this entity, energy, person. Again, entity could be like an institution, it could be a particular company, it could be like a particular person. Like you are just like, you are holding yourself back. So you're not going after something because you don't think something or someone wants you that you fit the bill. You don't think you fit the bill. Um, and so you're waiting. Hanged man. Like the prove it feels like the universe would have to have them seek you out because you're not going to do it because you're like, no, I already know. You just know. But also, like this is like a really long wait period. Like I think you feel like, hey, if it was something, it would have already. So maybe you reached out to this company or to this person before. Maybe you attempted to flirt. Maybe you've thrown your towel in the ring a couple of times and nothing came of it. So you're like, no. But they're reminding you that you weren't done developing something within yourself. And again, this skill can be an interpersonal one. This can be or like an actual skill that you use within work force, but you weren't done, you weren't complete. And so, therefore, the dynamics couldn't change. So, but you just don't believe it. You're like, and again, it's not self-deprecating. You're not like thinking you're less than. You're just like, I don't think you're right. You have the Ace of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, Lovers, and the Hermit. Ace of Cups. It is. Fuck. Seriously. I don't know what's been in the air. It is not Mercury retrograde anymore. But like for the last 3 months, I haven't been able to find words and I have like stuttered like I'm like, this is either the love of something or just a representation of I want to say allowing your heart to lead, but they're like, and I'm like, okay. The love of self, your cup being full, just the energy of love. Let's start there. The energy of heartfelt fulfillment, We're gonna keep it here because this feels very about you, singular, for absolutely singular. Like you're happy where you are, like or where you've got yourself. It, the skill, well, fuck me, might be self love. People don't always necessarily see that as a skill, but it is something that you have to cultivate and grow, and you know what I mean. And that again, that's why they didn't want to use the word end. It's more like it's finally complete, it's fulfilled, which would make sense. Your cup is full now. Let's come back to it, okay? Because this right now is the overall energy, the Ace of Cups. Knight of Pentacles. This absolutely feels like something that must approach you. And I'm over here, I'm like, how's that gonna work in work? Because generally speaking, you gotta apply for jobs, right? Like that's the only way that you're gonna believe that it's real, that it's true, that it's integral, that it's honestly trustworthy. Knight of Pentacles. There's something about if I pursue it, whatever this is, if I go after it, then that it doesn't necessarily mean that it wants me. You don't believe that that would be the answer, that you are what this thing seeks. I'm saying thing because it's still very vague. It's like not necessarily a person, like it needs to come towards you. That's where the lovers is. Like it needs to choose you before you choose it. That's the prove it. That's the prove it energy. You don't think that you are what this, what people want, what this this institution would want. I think you throwing your talent in the ring before was almost like you took it as like I can't force this. This could be like some kind of a job where this could be self-employment too, where it's like if people want what I have, then I can't force people to want me or to want what I have to give. They'll have to seek it out. That's what it's feeling like. Or like I can't convince a person to want me. I've already given the signals. They're going to have to pursue me. They're going to have to choose me. Whatever this is, whatever spirit or somebody's telling you you're in alignment with and you don't believe, you've already established it has to choose me. That might be where the self love, self respect, I'm keeping my cup full is coming from. It's going to have to come where you're at and choose you. It's going to have to come towards you. This may be a sense of whatever your skill is, because there's certain jobs you can't ever apply for on these job boards. Like these companies have headhunters and things like that. They go looking for somebody rather than there's certain positions where it's like you get chosen, not you vie for it and you compete against. And that might be the thing. You're not willing to compete. You're holding yourself back. Three cups can be networking, socializing. All right, I want to go back over to the Hanged Man. What is this? Whatever this is, it's not. It's definitely. I guess that's what it means by the Hermit. Is it's not a singular energy, meaning because we have the Three of Pentacles, which is a very collaborative team player. Um, Together kind of vibe. Like, yes, it can be work, but it's also like something can't be successful without both. Remember the two keys, the two keys. So both have to be a part of this. Both, it's not just, remember I said the alchemical one right from the beginning. I was like, it's not just about you reaching a certain level in this skill that you needed to cultivate, but it was also about an external energy coming in as well. And if you yourself have reached this place, you've kind of done what you needed to do. And you know it. So you're intentionally holding yourself back. Like, I have done my part. Now it's like what seeks you or what you seek seeks you kind of thing. It's like you've already, there's something about you cannot do something on this because that's like you trying to take control and you can't control this thing. It requires both. It could be like a divine timing type of situation or like where you have to wait until the other thing comes for you. Like, but it's not something you can do alone. Can we just, could you be any more vague? I know you're trying to be vague. You're not helping. Y'all are not helping at all. Okay. Until this thing comes to choose you, whatever this is has to seek you out. Like you can't get to it. So you've done your part. You now have to wait. That's why with the Hanged Man we've got you can't do any. You're stuck. Like it has the only way to get you out of the Hanged Man mode, okay, is the only way for that to end, death card, is for the other energy. This is a team effort. It's not something you can do on your own. And you've learned that lesson. You attempted a few times before, you're like, like Stannis, fine, I'll handle it. You tried, and you've learned there's something about the situation that's not just up to you. And then the star card, it's like trying to guide these two things together at the right timing. The star card. So if you were wondering, you are on the right path. If you're like, if you are getting any kind of flack for or people trying to say you should do this, you're right. You don't you don't have the leverage or the control in this situation to do or force anything on it. Um, if it's a person, you're right. You need to wait for them to approach you because you put it out there. I just feel as if it's like you might push it away if you try to force something. Or worse, you might be like, fuck this shit and leave, like exit stage left because you will get so sick and tired of trying to make something happen that you will impulsively be like, screw this shit. I'm not even gonna try. Like, you know what I mean? And so you know better than to drive yourself in that kind of a direction. You're being guided. You know this isn't something you can do on your own. you know that there's another energy that needs to join in with you. And so you're going to be in this isolated standstill um, until the right energy, lovers, the thing that's in alignment with you, shows up. Okay, so when's this motherfucker coming? Whatever it is, like when is the job? When is the person? When is the circumstance going to arise where it's like perfect timing? Two things come together. Tell us about the alchemical force. Whatever it is that's meant to come in, where's this bitch? Because I feel like somebody is trying to brace themselves against something because we have the nine of wands, which is kind of like that being proactive on the defense a little bit, trying to steady oneself. Like there is a bit of a controlling energy with the nine of wands, and then the tower. But I feel like it's like somebody trying to brace themselves. Like, I mean, I think the longer you wait, the more you fear something's going to happen in a tower like fashion. Because we got the Empress. The Empress sits pretty in her energy. She does not force anything. She's not the one that does anything. In fact, she's the prize. Alchemical force. So the reason why we're calling whatever's coming in the alchemical force is because that's only when the circumstance or situation can change. Well, on a positive note, you are correct. As irritating as that might fucking be. Because again, this force is what's going to create the change, to create a different dynamic. I need more on this because I don't understand what this somebody's bracing. Tell me about the nine of wands, please. Yeah, see, so they're bringing me to the nine of wands being the power because that's what they call it in this one, and it's like again the tower being the change, the initiator. So like when buildings and they're trying to blow it up, and it's like you have to fill it full of dynamite first, and then they, you know what I mean, and then it can, it requires that much of a force, and so to me it's like whoever comes in adds the fuel, the ignition, um, the power to move this situation along. Because they have something within this 3D reality. They have like because the Empress is kind of like the idea, the potentiality of something. But potential don't mean shit unless something can happen in your reality, right? So there's something that you need within your reality. So something's a potential. Again, you've done what you can do. Well, this would irritate my soul. I could see why you want to exit stage left. Because who the fuck do you think I am? I ain't gonna wait for a motherfucker. I ain't gonna wait for if I'm the motherfucking Empress. I know you are not. That's where this is self love. That's why we have you're kind of like, I don't know about this. You know what I mean? Like you almost don't want to engage because you're like who do, like who leaves an empress waiting? Who or what? Like if you were really like, I just feel like self love would be like, you know what? I'm gonna do me. I wait for nobody. I wait for nothing because you are in hanged man hermit fucking mode, and there's really not much for you to fucking do because you've whatever skill or capacity you had to cultivate and build within you, you've done. So now you're just fucking bored. You ready, and you're just having to sit pretty. What kind of bullshit is that? That would be irritating. But you also know whatever wherever you're at right now, the path you're on that's supposedly the right path, you are really close to being like, peace out, home skillet. Because you know the path that you're currently on requires something else in order for this stagnancy and isolation to end. And I think you're about done having to let your path or your destiny or your life hinge on any external factors. But whatever trajectory you're on right now, though, it does require this other energy. Do they really want to? I mean, let's go. Okay. Is it even worth wait? Like, you know, is it worth compromising your self esteem and self respect or your self love to wait for this fucking thing? Because I think that's where you're at. It's like, um, again, I could see this being either career or relationship. I mean, it is the idea of you want to make sure something's the real deal. Again, so you don't pursue it; it has to come to you. And lovers, you've already chosen this path. It kind of needs to choose you back. And so until such time, you're just hermiting, doing your own motherfucking thing. But I mean, who wants a career path that doesn't want you back? Like, that doesn't see the value in you? I can understand. I get it. Sometimes when you feel like you're in limbo for so long that you're forsaking, that's not really loving the self. Just waiting for something to give birth. Just waiting for this shit to burst into your life. Thank you, Spirit. I mean, you can only nurture this and sustain yourself so long waiting. I'm irritated at the waiting. I mean, maybe old you who didn't have their cup full would have been like, I'll wait forever. This is the, like, no matter what. And like, I feel like you're just like, yeah, no. Yeah, no. And it feels like a pretty healthy spot to be in. So I'm not going to tell you otherwise. All right. I think they need some convincing. Because seriously, what the fuck? How does this pertain to this week? Is it just that they're sitting in this energy of like, I think I'm going to exit stage left? Is that what it is? Because you're acting like we're waiting for this other key to show up that's going to ignite everything, get it going. It makes something happen within your reality. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you can't move forward. I was going to say, because, Eight of Pentacles is like, work. But this isn't, like, for some of you, it's not work. And so it's like, I have to walk the fence right now. I have to walk the line between work, love, blah, 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 blah. The Eight of Pentacles is about being able to move forward. It's forward movement. Seven of Pentacles is the waiting period for something to take off. Eight of Pentacles is finally getting to fucking move forward. So you feel as if you are putting not just an aspect of your life on hold, but really your life on hold. Page of Swords. Knight of Cups. Page of Swords almost feels like trying to gather some information, trying to do a pros and cons. I feel a bit of a like a researchy type of energy, but it feels like it's on your end. But then tell me, why does the Knight of Cups feel like more of a message? Because we have the quill and the message over here. But you would think it's like Knight of Cups is, I mean, it's some type of an offer, some type of a something. Why does the Page of Swords feel like it startled me? Knight of Wands, King of Swords, and the Death. You're really trying to size this up. I feel like that's what the Page of Swords is, because it's almost like the gathering of information, the pros and cons, the figuring something out. Like you're almost like waiting and looking for this. Like you know how like somebody's sitting with their watch, and like if you're at a coffee shop and you're like, and you keep time on something. Have you put a time limit on this? You're like, if this shit don't fucking, you're you're in here kind of like almost like making a plan B. Like, okay, I'm gonna start looking into this, and I'm gonna start gathering information on this while I wait for the proverbial Knight of Cups to show the fuck up and give me some kind of offer. This thing that's supposed to come in and give me something, right? Like, yeah, that's why we have the Knight of Wands. Like, this bitch better hurry the fuck up. Whatever this is, better hurry the fuck up and show up, because you are King of Swords. When he makes a decision, he acts immediately. And right now, you're leaning towards starting anew. Death card, ending it and moving on and starting something different. So you're like, if this shit doesn't move forward soon, I got a plan B. I'm gonna move in this direction. Okay, but it's like shy of giving an ultimatum. It's not like sending out to the universe like this better. It's like a commitment to yourself. Is the fucking alchemical force coming in? What's the probability of this thing coming in before our person decides to peace outy? Hierophant, fulfillment of a contract, something making manifest within your reality, right? High priestess is the idea before something becomes real. What is the probability that this is going to show up before our person's exits stage left? Mm-hmm. We have the Hierophant with the Tower. Like this, again, this feels like the right path. Star card, the path that you've been guided to come down. And you're like, if it's like something that was meant to be, like was written and it was supposed to come in, one, I feel like with the Tower here, you're like, I'm ready to blow this bitch up. I'm ready to say goodbye to whatever and start anew. But more than that, this does feel like it coming in. Like towers are very sudden, almost a bit of a jolt, surprising in a way. Like it shows up into your reality very quickly, which is also what I'm getting from the Six of Pentacles. The thing that's missing that you need shows up. Are we talking this week? Look. I can already tell whoever this is not about convincing you of shit or trying to change your mind on anything. Like, I feel like this energy is pretty solid. You're like, this is the direction I'm going to go. Like, you have peace about it. If this doesn't come in, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to do this, then you're just not going to wait, which is very Empress. Can I just fucking say? I don't know what spirit thought was going to happen, but you cultivated this self love skill. You filled your cup up so, like, almost too good. Like, I feel like spirit really wanted you here, or your higher self, or whatever. It's kind of like, it's like, I'm not even waiting for you, spirit. I don't give a shit if you say this is for, you know what I mean? If I'm not going to let somebody in my reality do it, I sure as hell won't let you. Either something shows up or I'm choosing me, I'm exiting stage left. And I mean, spirit can't say shit. That was the whole point. Like that's true Empress energy. I know my fucking worth. I also feel like a Queen of Wands. Like anything that makes me wait like this isn't for me. And I know you got all kinds of, if it's really for you, it's always worth the wait. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that shit too. It's so worth the wait. Like I'm telling you, an Empress honors her limits. Will never end up in a position of self-sacrificing anything just to attain something, because that is like, what? That's not Empress energy. I feel like you empressed a little too well. But this is exactly where they wanted you. And it may be the only thing that brings this thing in. You have peace about this. You don't care. There's nothing you're not willing to compromise that Ace of Cups or this temperance, this balance. Like, that took a lot. We've got the completeness, like you finally have fulfilled this. You're not letting that go. And again, this is where you need to be. But whatever you're trying to do requires this other energy, and you're like, I'm not waiting any longer. I'm not waiting any longer. And you have peace of mind about that. And we have the Judgment card with the Five of Cups, but I feel like you're not letting FOMO, the fear of missing out, because to me, that's really what the Five of Cups is. It's like, oh, the things that could go wrong. Oh, spilled milk. Bitch, no. You're not letting that dictate how you choose and make decisions. Like the fear of not, like, what if it's even worse? What if I choose and you don't have that anymore. You don't have that sense of um paralysis because you're afraid that you're going to miss out with whatever decision you make. You're like, whatever maintains my peace, bitch, that's what I decide. So, Five of Cups is not the determining factor when you make your decisions. And I feel like usually I'm like Judgment card. That's because there's usually like a an angel on the card, and it's like calling you out kind of thing. And it's like, do 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 do. No, you're the one that's blowing the horn on this one. You're like, decide. So this could even be like your willingness to be like, if this shit does not work out in this field, in this area, I don't have any qualms about going. That's a really powerful stance. Anything else, Spirit? Like what's so it looks has the appearance of with or without you. So we got the Lovers card like I'm good with or without you because we have it next to the Strength card. I just keep hearing with or without you. Like you're good. You're not going to be like, oh, the thing I wanted didn't come in. I'm going to crumble. No, you have cultivated this within you. You're not going to lose your shit. You're not going to lose your stability, your inner balance, your sense of power, none of that. So like if again, because in the Lovers, each has to choose. So if something doesn't show up, you're okay. And that might be why with the Judgment card we have like last call energy, last and final call. It's like either now or forever be gone. Okay. Well, and I do sense a timing. I don't know if you've given yourself one more week. Like if it doesn't show up this week, I'm done. It also could be that if this thing doesn't get going now, something else might cross your path and you'll be like, nah, I'll go with that. I don't know why I see somebody like wanting to be in a particular career path, but like being online and seeing a different job, and you're like, because it's almost like the carrot that will lead you not astray in a new direction. Okay, so I mean, and that could be the thing even with a person. Yeah, yeah, Ace of Cups, because you have it, yeah, this, yeah, like self worth, self love. My cup is full. I've cultivated what it takes to keep my cup full, to love myself. And I know when enough's enough. Okay, so that might be why this is where you're at this week. There's a good probability that something will come in, but I can tell you, whatever trajectory you're on, if it doesn't go and move ahead before something else comes in and grabs your attention, oh fucking well. Ain't no skin off your neck or your nose. What the fuck? I don't know. Um, you're good. Cause ain't nothing gonna you ain't gonna let anything rock you from your happiness or feeling good within yourself. So is what it is. Well, I think this is spirit recognizing that you've done this, and as confirmation that this is where you need to be. And I think universe is on par with you. Like if it like I think the overall most important factor is this because it seems like either way, whether this other force comes in that for the path that you're currently on, whether they come in or you choose otherwise, there will be change in your life. That alchemical force, which is probably why you needed to cultivate it first, so that if this thing didn't come in and choose you, you would choose you. Remember, I said you had to build this skill within yourself first, and then this thing would kind of come in because Spirit always knew there would be a chance that the things wouldn't align just perfectly, and you needed to be in the energy of, well, fuck it, I'll just go this way. You couldn't hinge on the need for this thing to show up. this thing or this person. Okay, well, good job. Good job. All right. Well, that's the reading. I'm not going to go any further. I hope this message finds whoever it's meant for, and I hope you guys have a fantastic, wonderful day. Hey, Deep. I'll see you guys at the next read.